the things I like about Battlefield 5. The first thing that comes to my mind is the fact that Battlefield V, World War II reference, is a World War II game. And me, personally, I'm a big fan of the World War I and World War II era, especially for first-person shooter games. Now, I understand that the majority of the people prefers a modern day setting, especially for first-person shooter video games. But this is all about what people like, you know? People have different likings, and for me, I just prefer the World War setting. I simply found it to be unique and more aggressive in a way compared to the modern day setting. I'm actually the type of guy that prefers classic cars over modern cars. I guess that also has some kind of or type of connection to it. Now let's talk about the game itself, and let's start with the maps. And yes, I like the maps in Battlefield 5. Now wait a second, before you call me crazy, let me explain. First, I want to say that I like some of the maps, but the ones I like, I really like them, okay? In fact, my favorite map on the entire franchise, it's on Battlefield 5. And that plays a big role for the fact that I like the maps in BF5. I only like 4 maps, including Operation Metro, so if you remove that one, it's only 3. But the problem with Battlefield 5 is that if you combine all the maps together into one, that one map will be bad. But let's talk about the maps I like. And the very first one, which is my favorite map of all time, it's Devastation. Now, the way I rank maps, it's both the way the map looks and feel and the way the map plays. So it's kind of like how the map looks, the atmosphere of the map, and the main thing, which is the gameplay, if the map is actually good. Now, the thing about Devastation is that this map, for my liking, it's everything, it's perfection. I wouldn't say perfection, but it's close to it. An urban city, a destroyed city, World War II setting. The map just plays amazing. You have a cathedral, a library, a shop, a cinema, a very unique and diverse map. And again, it just plays amazing, and plus it's good on every single game mode on the game. My second favorite map, which is also one of my favorite maps on the entire franchise, is Al Marj Encampment. This was the best addition to BF5, and it's also a very unique map. And again, it plays amazing, and it's good on every single game mode on the game. I'd say these two are the fan favorites of BF5. Now let's talk about the third map. The fourth is Operation Metro. I won't talk about it. Amazing map as well. It isn't a map for everyone, but I like it. I personally like it. One of my favorites. But let's go to the third map, which is Rotterdam. Also, in my opinion, this map plays amazing on every single game mode. I just love the urban maps. This one is completely different when it comes to the atmosphere and the vibe of the map compared to Devastation, but I still like it. And again, the map just looks beautiful and plays amazing once again. This map used to look better on the beta and the alpha. We didn't play it on the alpha. The alpha was only Narvik, but it used to look better on the beta, and then they added the haze thing, and the map kind of felt less alive in a way, but it doesn't really matter. It's still good and it plays good. Now, these maps that I just mentioned are the ones that I love. Now, there are more maps that I like. I don't love them, but I like them. And these are Arras, Marita, Fiel, Mercury, and a special mention, Solomon Islands. Now, when it comes to Solomon Islands, the only thing I like about that map is the external factor of it, the vibe to it, how the map looks. When it comes to gameplay, it isn't the best. It's not my favorite at all. I just feel like that map is the most beautiful map in the game. So for that one reason, I feel like I have to mention it. Now let's talk about the next topic, and this is the sniping on BF5. And I think everyone can agree and accept the fact that the sniping in Battlefield 5 is the best in the franchise. You know, some people might not like it, some people might like it, but objectively, it is the best in the franchise. And the scary thing about it is that the sniping used to be much, much better in really every single aspect. So the current state of sniping in BF5 right now it's the worst ever on the game, on Battlefield 5, and it's still the best on the franchise. So you kinda have an idea of the situation here. Sniping on Battlefield 5 used to be more balanced, more satisfying, and more challenging. So at the end of the day, it used to be more rewarding. Now they decided to buff and really change the entire system that we had in BF5 to make sniping available to pretty much everyone. And the current state, again, the current state right now we have, it's a much more casual and, easier approach to the game. And, DICE changed a few things on Battlefield 5 because at the beginning, DICE had the idea to make Battlefield 5 a more competitive and balanced video game. But then, for some reason, they made stupid decisions and stupid changes that made the game incredibly weird and without a direct direction, if that makes sense, if you know what I mean. I don't want to change topic, but I just hope you guys understand why sniping is the way it is right now. Especially for the people that play this game since day one, like me. But let's talk a little bit about the alpha. I actually made a video about it the other day, and the title was "The Most Fun I've Had in Battlefield 5. Why? Because I only sniped, and the sniping system they had on the alpha was perfect. Even the sound of the sniper was more powerful, more based, more realistic. Now let's compare the alpha to the current state of Battlefield 5, the current sniping state of the game. Now the first thing is the bullet speed. The bullet speed was like 50% less, so it was more difficult to land a shot. Bullet drop. The bullet drop was also probably, I wouldn't say 50% because there is some bullet drop in BF5, but I would say around 30% more on the alpha. So again, it was more difficult to land a shot. And the damage, I would say the damage was the same, but there was range to it. So the further you would have hit, the less damage you would do. So the damage was solid. It was a balanced and fair approach to it, if you know what I mean. Now you have to understand that sniping, you can't one-shot people on the head. And it's the only type of weapon that can do that. And if you can't do that, it needs to be challenging. It can't be easy. Why? Because it needs to create balance between all the weapons of the game. Now let's talk about the next topic, which is the health and ammo system. And this has nothing to do with attrition. So I'm specifically talking about the fact that you can grab your ammo and health. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not really the animation type of guy, but I love the system they create here. For example, when you shoot an enemy, when you kill an enemy, that enemy will drop ammo, okay? I love that idea. I also love the idea of the supply stations. You can fully supply yourself using the ammo or health crates. Now, the only problem I have with this system is the fact that when you kill an enemy and it drops ammo on the ground, you have to physically grab it. I don't like that. I feel like you should only do the animation when someone gives you health, ammo, or when you go to the crates. I hate the fact that I'm constantly grabbing ammo. I mean, I don't want distractions when I'm playing the game, you know what I mean? And when you kill a lot of people, when you go right into the action, you're gonna be grabbing ammo left and right, and I don't like that. So yeah, in overall, I think it's a great idea, the fact that, okay, I'm gonna grab some ammo, I'm gonna grab some health, I'm gonna have to physically take it, waste some time and do it. It's a nice little detail, I like it, and I find it to be a positive extra in a way. It doesn't really help on the gameplay side, but it's kind of like something that it's just another thing that you have to do. Now again, the only downside to it is that you're always constantly grabbing ammo from the ground. I wish they could just, skip it, just like 2042. 2042, when you kill someone, that person will drop ammo, and you can just go there and get the ammo automatically. There's no animation. I feel like that's how they should do, just for the ammo on the ground, just for that. Now let's go to the next topic, and this next topic is TTK. Now, TTK is attached to the gameplay, but I am specifically talking about the TTK. I like the TTK on BF5, you know, it's not too short, it's not too long. I'm more of a long TTK type of guy, but I do like the one we have on BF5. I found it to be a sweet spot. But yeah, TTK, I like the TTK, and I feel like it's a sweet spot. It's not too short and it's not too long. Now let's talk about the last aspect that I love, that I actually love about BF5. And it's the fact that there is no suppression. Now, you know, some people forget about this, but Battlefield is a franchise that have always used suppression. And Battlefield 5 was the very first Battlefield without suppression. Battlefield 2042 doesn't have suppression as well. Both don't have. And, you know, it was a great decision. I feel like everyone was also asking for it, because Battlefield 1 suppression was also very annoying. I mean, Battlefield 1 gameplay-wise was not good. It's a great game, you know. It's a great game, but gameplay-wise, it isn't the best. So yeah, no suppression, so this is really the things I like about BF5, which are the maps that I mentioned, the sniping, the health ammo system, the TTK, and the fact that there is no suppression. And of course, the fact that it's a World War II game. Even though it's not 100% accurate, it's not accurate at all, really. I still like it. It still feels, not entirely, but still feels like a World War II game. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about it. If you have any questions, if you agree with my ideas, my topics, my perspective. And yeah, again, if you made it till the end, thank you very much. God bless you. And remember to drop a like if you enjoyed the video. I would highly appreciate it. Have a good day or a good night. Bye bye.